What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh1.
And we're back at it to answer your questions in another episode of For the Greater
WAAAGH. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. That is what Thoughts_Engine did. He asks, are there Space Marines part of a Traitor Legion that are uncorruptible? So, for example, is it possible that the Iron Warriors were spread so thin during the Crusade that there may be some unaware of current events? And if discovered, would they be destroyed by the Loyalists? The answer is yes, there are Space Marine chapters or Space Marine companies that were part of Traitor Legions, and now they are actually just
renegades.
Yeah. Or they just develop into another chapter and they don't tell nobody. So the Dawn of War guys, what are they called?
The Blood Ravens.
Blood Ravens are actually Thousand Sons, right?
Right, Successor chapter.
Yeah. So that's what happens. They come out of the warp. Some of them time traveled by accident. Some of them were created a long, long time ago. But basically, they just hide their true origin. They're still loyal to the Emperor, and they want to keep fighting for the Imperium. But yeah, they just say, you know.
Yeah, another thing, too, is you gotta remember that just because a chapter or a legion went traitor, it doesn't mean that every Space Marine in their ranks also went traitor. In the Horus Heresy, you had a bunch of, warriors that would fight back against their own, brothers in arms to fight off chaos, knowing that the Emperor was the right thing to do, or chaos was corrupting everything. Loken was a huge example. And there's many more, but Nathaniel Garro.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He was what? A plague? Or what was he? Nathaniel Garro was is he the guy from the Eisenstein ship? I can't remember that story.
Yeah, we have to go back and check.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's you do see uncorrupted Chaos Marines as well as you see uncorrupted legionnaires that are now fighting for good, the Imperium.
Yeah, so if you're creating your own chapter and you want to do something like that, I would encourage you then to pick a Traitor Legion. So for instance, the what are they called? The Plague guys?
Death Guard?
The Death Guard. So like if you had a Successor chapter of the Death Guard, you can play on the fact that the Death Guard were really immune to different diseases because they came up on or they grew up in the world of Perturabo or whatever, or not Perturabo, Mortarion's world. Mm-hmm. So add that to your chapter's fluff in a loyalist way, and see what you come up with, and then share it on Instagram with us, or if you want to share your lore, share it on Facebook. If you share stuff on Instagram, it's usually way too long. So just images on Instagram, stories on Facebook. Yeah.
Christopher Yu, what is the new lore in the Orc Codex? Please answer.
So there's a lot of little tidbits. So basically, with the rift opening up throughout the galaxy, the orcs believe that it's Gork and Mork acting, specifically it's Gork. He basically is regurgitating all the chaos spawn, and then a lot of tribes and a lot of WAAAGH went into those rifts because they believe that the gods are basically calling them. Gork is saying, there's really good fighting in here, come in here. So you could interpret that as sending a warband into the Warp Rift, or into it's called the Maelstrom, right? Mm-hmm. Into the Maelstrom, and then they come out in another part of the galaxy, or they're just fighting inside the Maelstrom and just fighting other demons in a demon world. So it's up to you how you want to interpret that. But that's the lore. That's the advancement on the lore.
So they're not so much in the Octavius sector anymore? They're getting pulled back?
No, the Octavius sector is still the same. So it's all because you know how there's certain areas that are more connected to the rift. Mm-hmm. Those areas, most of those tribes were the ones that jumped into the warp. Yeah. So it's like a giant wall going into the rift. And then, of course, all the planets that were infested by the chaos demons and stuff, is just good fighting for them.
Interesting. No WAAAGH in there?
Not that I've read so far. Oh, we did get a little bit of lore too for the old ones. If you check out our 40 facts on the old ones, or the Brain Boys, I think it's called 40 facts on the Brain Boys. Basically, the old ones left, and they left the orcs here. But now, with this new codex, it's saying that not only did the old ones leave, but they actually brought some of the orcs with them. So, if we ever do get the old ones back, coming from like outside the galaxy, they will come back with an army of orcs. Maybe. But that's pretty badass.
New orcs?
New orcs.
The return of the Brain Boys?
The return of the Krork.
There you go, Krork.
So that's pretty exciting. Next one.
Thought Patroller number 216984. Which one of ye is treading on the path of the swole? I can see that protein in the center background.
That's not, that's actually, what is it called? Plaster. But I do have,
oh, there it is.
I do have whey protein. I don't drink whey, or I don't drink any type of protein anymore because it's just extra calories and you don't need it. Just eat chicken. Go to McDonald's and get like a McChicken without mayo, and it's fine. But yeah, I try to get swole. Sometimes it works. If I get a good pump, sometimes I eat too much, drink too much pop. Next question comes from Steve Rogers. Gersh. Been seeing your pics of your orcs. Makes me want to collect them as well. Are they worth the investment? As was thinking Necrons to counter my guard. So if you're debating between Necrons and orcs, get both. Orcs right now with their new codex, I gotta say, I'm excited to play orcs. I don't want to say too much because my competition, my foe, my opponent is sitting right here. But yeah, orcs they're devastating.
I had an inkling that like orcs were going to be really powerful with this new codex. The opposite of what happened with the Tau. So knowing that my commander spam is no longer available, and knowing that this guy has just gotten buffs above buffs.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a little scared, but I think the Farside Enclaves can take these new orcs.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say get orcs just because they're fun to build. If you like kit bashing, perfect for kit bashing. Yeah.
I mean, on the other hand, Necron's just got a brand new Forge World model, the Canoptic Sentinel. Is that what it's called?
No, Necron Construct.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really badass. It's basically like a Titan, or like a Titan Killer, something like that. It's got 28 wounds, living metal.
That thing is devastating.
Yeah. So.
It could probably wipe out an entire unit of orcs just like that. Like, not even like thinking about it, just whoosh, destroys all of them. But then at the same time, it's expensive.
Yeah.
With $310, you can. I mean, you could get that Patagonian Cavi, but you could also get like probably 2,000 points of orcs.
You get a whole orc army.
Yeah. Next question comes from Thought Patrol.
I think I got that one.
Oh, yes. Yep. Never mind. Sorry.
I got a good one by Michael Howell.
Do it.
Since Abaddon refuses to be used as a pawn by the Chaos God, and he refuses their gifts because he saw how they used Horus, could he be considered more of a renegade than a Chaos Astartes? This is tricky. Because yes, Abaddon is saying no to Chaos. Like, he doesn't follow a single god. He doesn't take in any of their boons. The only Chaos thing that he uses is a demon sword. So based on that, kind of, but at the same time, he is doing it for Chaos. Like, he uses Chaos demons, their other factions, to further his own goals and such. So
I'll say he's a Chaos. Because otherwise you would say that Be'lakor... No. Is it Be'lakor?
The demon with all four of them empowered?
Yeah. Then you would say that he's not also Chaos. But he is. He's a demon.
Right.
So yeah, I would say he's still Chaos.
That'd be a good fight though. Be'lakor against Abaddon. Grimdark battles.
Yeah. Hopefully, finally he gets... Oh, and another thing too, Abaddon has been doing all these Black Crusades because he wants to become a demon.
Does he though?
He does. Deep down, he does. Next question comes from... Yasuji. What zodiac sign do you think each Primarch represents? The zodiac signs are just bullshit.
I don't know. Like, is that like Sagittarius and Cancer? No,
Yeah.
that's the horoscope, isn't it?
That's the same thing. I think zodiac is like Virgo and... What are you?
Sagittarius.
Oh, really? Yeah. I just know, like, Cancer, Leo, Virgo...
Aquarius.
Aquarius, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they represent. Sorry.
Max Burkani, if you guys had 1,000 credits to spend on GW, what would you get?
Credits. What's a credit?
Well, I guess it depends because it could be dollars, yens,
We'll
pesos.
go. Well, let's go with what we're more comfortable with, pesos.
Orc teeth.
Yeah, or no, yeah. If we had $1,000, you said.
Yeah.
$1,000.
I think with that, I definitely, instead of going with like the battle forces, I'd go for individual units. Because with like a battle force, yeah, you get more for your money, but I feel like there's some things that I wouldn't use. Like if I go with the Tau battle force, there's like Devilfish and Fire Warriors. I probably won't use those. If anything, I'd like convert it into something else. But
Ooh, you're getting bit by the Kit Bash November thing.
I guess like I got thoughts in my head, but it's like, how do I do it?
Yeah.
I hate working with glue. I think I'd use that 1,000 credits to start a new army. Probably Eldar. I'd focus on like Wraith Lords, Wraith Knights, Wraith Guard. Add some the guys on the jet bikes.
Yeah. That's actually good. I've been wanting to play against the Eldar army. You should do that. You just gotta find somebody to give you 1,000 credits.
Right.
If I had 1,000 credits, by the way, our P.O. box is down in the description below. If you want to send us a gift card for Christmas, you know, we appreciate it. But I would buy 10 starter sets from GW. I think there's only, there has to be like around 10.
Yeah.
So I'll probably buy every single starter set so I have at least a little bit of every single model.
You can't bash them all into one model.
Yeah. A giant grotesque thing. No, I would either keep them. I would want to keep them, but I think I would give them back to you guys.
Aww.
In giveaway form for Christmas.
Aww.
Last year we did that. Last year we did a we gave away four
of them,
starter sets.
Yeah.
This year we might do more. We might do less. Probably the same. Next question. Or last question. I have one from Nathan S. Could the Tyranids utilize the Shadow and the Warp to close the Eye of Terror with a vast enough fleet? Perhaps back before the fall of Cadia. Now that Cadia has fallen,
they've fallen and they can't get up.
Yeah,
they need that life alert.
Tyranids are not as powerful no more.
Right.
Those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, or if your question did not get answered, comment down below. Put question in front of your question, and hopefully it'll get answered next week. Do it every 4 days. We do these videos every 4 days, and we should get to it at least once in one of those 4 days.
Yeah, because there are some people that like, you guys do it consistently, and it's like, oh, we already answered that question, and it's like
5 times.
Yeah.
Is the Emperor a titty man or a boot or a ass man? We've answered that like a couple times already.
But yeah,
so,
now you know we're going to keep getting that question. As always, Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
We're out.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.